involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sowed and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saint.
All right, man. Let's talk about it, man. Let's waste no time. Check out the Hip Hop 101 playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. You get the first link in the description and pinned in the live chat. The link tree will take you to the Patreon, Free Game 89 channel, our Detroit channel, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch, wherever we producing content at. We are the back like quick crack once again. And for the most part, you know, y'all see me talking about Diddy case almost over. He called no witnesses. Nas and Jim Jones, Fat Joe, wanting to send 50 Cent to the upper room in Tyler Perry lawsuit. We probably gonna try to give equal time to all, but whatever the conversation is flowing the best, that's what we gonna roll with. So we start with the Diddy trial. For the most part, they rest their case today. He didn't call a single witness. So apparently that's not an uncommon practice in this game. All right. But regardless, if he gets off, you know, the stress that it puts on your body, you know what I'm saying? The stress that it puts on your body, I mean, it's taking years off. You know, stress can lead to, you know, a lot of different health issues. So imagine the amount of stress you under if you losing your freedom. You can be behind jail for the next 5 to 20 years. You know what I'm saying? It's Fed time. So I believe you have to do like 85% of Fed time, you know, regardless. So, and then ultimately, if he does clear the hurdle and he gets exonerated completely at 55 years old, I mean, think about his reputation. It's different from, you know, everybody's cool with kind of like, all right, man, we know what you was on before, you know, we kind of heard about it, but now that it's been exposed that what he was on, like nobody gonna look at him the same, officially part of the LGBTQ plus community. I mean, I think most people already knew that. Nasty, and that's just one of the benefits to being a woman. A woman can do all of this and not take any smut on the name, but Diddy got smut all over his name. Cassie wife gonna sit up, the husband gonna sit up there and cap. Just think about it. If you found out your woman was with another guy and you knew and you see all that she got peed on and she was doing this and she was wanting this and she was cheating with this guy, while y'all was together, and she said she was traumatized. I mean, honestly, I wish people would call it for what they call it. I wish people would keep it a bean. But I'm telling you, the people that's in control of this society, who control this world, they have to be beta males. They have to be part of the Reading Rainbow gang. I'm telling you, they have to be a part of it, dog. Because women don't have the power to do this. They don't. These are men that hate masculinity. You know why most people hate things is because they can't obtain them. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's why most people hate you. More people hate on you having something they can never get. You know what I'm saying? And that's, money is money, right? But they hate on you for things that they can never get. Personality, gift of gab, being able to light up a room, being able to be a leader. They hate on things like that. Y'all think money, chain, jewelry, all those type of things. People really hate you, because it's dudes that got the most money that hate. because you have something they can't buy: charisma, game, the ability to communicate. You know what I'm saying? You got hustle, you got grit, you got grind. That's why really people hate. You know, people can get money, people can get a chain, people can get a fake rollie, they can get a real rollie. You know what I'm saying? But really, at most people hatred towards you, they jealousy is just really, you know, hatred that's just manifested over a period of time. They really hate you. Really, it boils down to people being jealous of something that you obtain attribute wise that they can never have, whether it's a tangible or intangible. Mostly it's intangibles. Mostly it's an intangible thing. And a lot of these dudes, they have they have a you know, a hatred for black men. They have a hatred for masculinity. You know, and basically what they doing is using women as the riot shield. That's all they doing. They using women as the riot shield. You know, but the prosecutor and defense arrested their case against Sean Combs over the last 6.5 weeks, and it should have went longer if he had witnesses, but he didn't. Prosecutors have called 34 witnesses, including Cassie Venture. The defense rushed this case without calling a single witness. Now, my thing is this: 34 people for this particular case. Out of 34 people, why nobody called the police? Why it take for Cassie to, you know, be broke? That's my thing. Let's get to the root cause. I can't stand people that go for money but don't file a criminal case. That lets you know what it is right there. It's a money grab. You know, why they ain't say nothing when it was happening? That's what killed me. Remember public announcement with R. Kelly, and they was coming out years later when R. Kelly case was there. Oh, we seen it. We was there. Then shouldn't they be held responsible? You know what I'm saying? If I know, you know, a family member or a friend is doing something to an underage child or something they shouldn't be doing it to that extent, I feel like I should be prosecuted too if I knew what was going on and speak up regardless. Come on, some things you don't play with kids. You know, none of that. Like, get out of here. The whole no snitching policy in the black community, y'all want to talk about it? That's one of the reasons why the black community is trash. A criminal is a criminal. Manhattan federal prosecutor arrested their sex trafficking and racketeering case against Sean Diddy Combs on Tuesday following a 6.5-week trial testimony. The defense to arrest this entire case lasted only 30 minutes because they didn't have any witnesses. The hip-hop mogul lawyer did not call any witnesses to testify against Combs' behalf. Instead, his lawyers read a small selection of texts and half-dozen stipulations into the record. Stipulations agreements between lawyers on both sides to enter documents or other facts into evidence. A defense decision not to call a witness is not uncommon criminal trial and suggested Combs' team believes the prosecution does not have a slam dunk case. Lawyers who are not involved in the trial told the Business Insider. My thing is this, you know, the courts ain't even. Now, I say this, the courts ain't even Steven. She orchestrated freak-offs. Doesn't that make her a conflict of interest? Don't that make her a criminal? She's not a plaintiff, but she in the defense. I forget the name of it. You know, she's a criminal. If he's a criminal, she's a criminal. She set this off. Nobody shined the fact on. She helped orchestrate these freak offs. She committed adultery against her husband who saved her from these freak. She's not a victim. But nobody look at it that way. I'm telling y'all, man, I was reading this. I'm going to do a video, and I'm kind of conflicted whether I drop it on the Patreon or the regular channel. I might drop it on the regular. This Iranian woman is talking about how women are treated in Iran. And I got to say, man, the Islamic brothers, I think, you know, you see why, and I'm going to just keep it like this. You see why the Islamic brothers keep their women on a short leash. You know what I'm saying? You see, I mean, everything that woman said that women can't do over there, and she gave reasons why they can't do it over there. You know what I'm saying? Man, you seeing, if you allow women to have autonomy and freedom, the United States is showing you, or the West in general is showing you, why the Iranian brothers treat women how they treat them. And really, every man has the power in the United States to make that happen, to be honest. If men wanted to turn this shit into Iran, they could. They could. Because think about this: you give women the benefit of the doubt. You give anybody the benefit of the doubt, or a long lead, they're gonna take advantage of it. They're gonna take advantage of it. I can't wait to do that video, bro. Like, I can't wait to break down that video, man. I swear for God and two white men. I can't wait to do that video. I promise you, it's gonna be a Wandon Damar. It's going to be a banger. Cause I seen another brother from the UK do the video, but he tried to talk all correct and shit. And I don't blame him. Oh man, fuck that. Combs 8-man, 4-woman jury has seen hundreds of texts and emails between the music tycoon and the two accused, the sex traffic accusers, Cassie Venture and later girlfriend who testified. So as testimonial on whatever Jane, that's supposed to be allegedly 50 Cent baby mama, who allegedly, according to 50 Cent, Marquise mother, his other baby mama, she was a call girl. So my thing is this: we got two women willing to slay the coochie, and now they being the victim. I'm telling y'all, man, anything they do that's gonna come back and bite them, or they gonna or they're gonna regret anything they do that they're gonna regret in hindsight. Sex tapes, prostitution, working for degrees, anything they do amongst that, they're going to end up regretting. They're going to try to turn it into a lawsuit. I can promise you that. So all y'all that's tricking and buying coochie and tricking with strippers, I'm telling you, it's going to come back on you, bro. Save your paper trail now. I'm telling you, it's going to come back on you. They're going to play victim. When they figure out me selling coochie and they still broke and they ain't got retirement and they still need to lean on the man, they're going to start blaming society. I'm telling you what it is. The Me Too movement and this whole, patriarchy, matriarchy, misandry, misogyny, all this ain't going to do nothing but get worse and worse and worse. You got women that's wives that's being put up, that's don't have to lift a finger, leaving marriages because they bored. You got hookers and sex workers that's gonna start blaming all the tricks and all the Johns and all of everybody for their situation instead of owning it. Mark my words. How you a call girl? You was a call girl. You get with a dude like 50. You turn on 50, who saved you from being a call girl, and you go back to doing. I'm telling you, they always revert back to what they do. If she was stripping straight out of high school and busting down in high school and busting down for the football team, busting down on these prostitution pages, dog, you can save her temporarily. And then when you done with her, she probably gonna bust down still, but she gonna bust down. Whatever they was doing before you is what they gonna be doing after you're doing with you. That's a fact. How you a sex worker and that's illegal and you got rights? How? You're a fucking criminal. Like a drug dealer calling the police on another drug dealer. Cassie was a madam. Let's call it for what it was. She was a fucking madam. She should be on trial for her life too. At some point, men in the United States, bro, their whole answer is to run and get a pass. At some point, niggas just gonna get tired of this shit, though. I'm telling you, they just gonna get tired of it. And it's gonna be like Iran. I'm telling you, Iran got a point. It's very extreme, but they got a point. The opposite of Iran is what you see. If we had the social structure or the structure of Iran, bro, you wouldn't worry, dog. You wouldn't worry about shit. That's what women still complain with all the free will to do what they want to do right now. They're gonna complain regardless. They're gonna complain if you do everything you want them to do. If you don't do it, they're gonna fucking complain. They're gonna complain. So why not somebody be happy? Why not the man be happy? I'm telling you, that Ryan video, like it I don't agree with it completely, but I agree with it completely, if that make any sense. Because we've seen what giving women free will and free reign has done in the United States. Now the roosters might be coming home to roost, the thunder might be coming home to thunder, or whatever, what's going on with the government, but you see why. You see exactly why. When you put these women in a different societies, you get different results. They're not brave. They're going to live within that social construct. I'm telling you that right now. Most people, if they went back to slavery right now and pulled a musket barrel on you, popped you in your head, most of you niggas will go back to picking cotton. Y'all ain't gonna die for y'all free will. Y'all ain't gonna fight for y'all free will. Let's just call it what it is. Most dudes is gonna fall in line and go pick cotton and be on the plantation. If they flip, I'm guarantee you, out of all the dudes, let's say we got all the minorities. They say we want to put. Let's just say they want to put black people back in slavery, right? It's going. I would say. I would say. Be honest. I'm pretty safe to say 51% of black men will willingly go. It might take to see 10% get sent to the upper room. They ain't gonna fight. They ain't gonna fight. They gonna go back to pork chitlin sandwiches, picking cotton. It's gonna be about. I'll be nice saying this. 49% of us is willing to die for this shit. You gotta understand. They gonna sick the Mexicans on us. They gonna sick the Asians on us. They both identify as Brads. They gonna sick the Arabs on us. We ain't got no allies, so it's really just us. The Africans gonna come off the boat. The majority of the Africans that's in the diaspora from the continent, from Haiti, from Caribbeans, from whatever you want to say, Cuba, they gonna come help them. So who really gonna strap their nuts? It's only a small percentage of brothers that's gonna strap their nuts on. A lot of these pulpit preachers and these Umars, they ain't gonna go to war. They gonna tell us, hey man, we gonna go to slavery. We gonna get a plan. Man, I'm telling y'all that niggas ain't willing to die for it, bro. I promise you. I promise you that. Most of these niggas, they carry a switch, they carry a glide that's gangster. They only gangster when it come towards another brother. They only gangster when it come towards another sister. I promise you that. So we can talk about the women that fall into whatever social construct that the men draw up, but women are not naturally brave. Women are naturally cowardly. This is why they ghost you. This is why they start an argument instead of telling you why they leaving. They do cowardly things. That's in their DNA, and that's okay. But as a man, you supposed to be brave. But let's move on, and I'll get to the comment sections as we kind of talk about Jim and Nas, right, man? So obviously, I don't know if y'all seen Jim Jones. He doing all this Nas clout chasing, and his set got cut short at Summer Jams. His set got cut short at Summer Jams. And basically what he doing is, one thing I noticed in the interview that he did, he basically said that he took a piece out of the young guys. He took a piece out of the young guys, page, and he said that he basically used a blueprint. What's that blueprint? Starting beef, dissing people, to get traction. And I mean, that's cool. Because Jim Jones, he got an album coming out. His name wasn't in the algorithm. It was in the algorithm for all the wrong reason. He was beefing with Cam. You know what I'm saying? He's just finding a way to stay relevant. So y'all can get mad, but he's finding a way to stay relevant. It's actually giving people stuff to talk. What we talking about right now in the rap game? Diddy, that's it. Really, he giving people something to talk about. He said, we first met when I told Nas I slap off his kufi. That was the day that we met. I ain't play disrespect. Not saying that he a bad rapper. I do believe he's getting better. He's getting better as his career goes on. That's a fact. Jim Jones is getting better. Jim Jones is getting better. All Jim Jones doing is hyping it. I ain't mad at him. He doing what all the young people do. They start this beef, and sometimes they go a little bit too far. Is he a top 100 rapper in New York? I mean, that's something to be said. Is he better? The question is he better than Fat Joe? Would y'all think he better than Fat Joe? I don't think Jim Jones is a bad rapper. Honestly, I don't think he a bad rapper. I like Summer in Miami. I like Certified Gangster. I like some of the stuff he did. I like that. But can I say he the worst rapper on this page right now? I mean, You know, I think I would give him the edge over Fat Joe. I mean, that's another question to have, but we're going to get to Fat Joe in a minute.
I recently saw a clip on the Instagram where a young kid was comparing you to Nas and saying that you got
Yeah, that's my young boy.
big.
And you heard Jim Jones. You heard Jimmy Chopper. He's talking about a whole bunch of nothing. I learned to dress from you because look, Nas made his money. Let's call it for what it is. Nas made his money. Nas don't have to be relevant. Nas don't have to drop albums. Jim Jones is, look at Mason. Look at Mason and Cameron. You know, they doing their thing on TV. Jim Jones is 50 years old, still rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like still rapping. Like he probably has to rap. You know what I'm saying? Like he's literally out here still rapping. You know, so it is what it is. Nobody in here is buying and listening to a whole Jim Jones album. I'm just being real. Like, who's really got in here was like, yeah, listen to the whole Jim Jones. Come on, man. He ain't. I mean, you know, really, is he a top 100 rapper in New York? Is a great question. It's a phenomenal question. Is he a top 100 rapper in the history of NYC? And he's just doing this to sell records. Him and Nas had beef already, you know, them and Dipset because, you know, Nas Nas, you know, this Dipset on the Cameron and them. Hold on. He dissed Cameron and them. He dissed Cameron and them out the blue back in the day. I believe it was on the radio. And Nas, you know, Cam was like, shit, what I do to him? I like Nas. You know? You know, I ain't do nothing to him, but he just trying to find a way to stay relevant. You know, what's so funny is, you know, him and Pusha T got into it. But you know why he didn't really push the Pusha T thing? You want to know why he didn't really push the Pusha T thing for real? The one reason he really didn't push after Pusha T because Pusha T still active. See, if I know you got that old dog in the backyard, he can't run no more. Of course, I can tease him and you know, fuck with him and tell him you my old motherfucker, you can't get me. I know he can't get me, but if he got that prime greyhound in the backyard that look over the fence that can get out and hawk me down, I'm not about to tease him. He knew not to push at Pusha T because Pusha T still get active. Pusha T still got time. He still rapping. He still hop in the booth and drop another LP tomorrow and destroy Jim Jones. So he knew not to really be active with Pusha T like that because Pusha T is an active rapper. Nas, you know, he do the King Disease albums and, you know what I'm saying? He in a different place in his life right now. That's a fact. But he knew, let me kind of get the focus off Pusha T and put it more on that. Even he didn't even go after Cam like that because Cam still get active. He wouldn't even really get after, even though he said Mace taught him how to rap. He wouldn't even get after Mace like that. He wouldn't even get after Mace like that. Because Mace will still get active if you have to. He knew Nas, and then Jim is not a good rapper. That's disrespectful. Like, we talking about the scale of great rappers and good rap. Like, Jim is like a good rapper. I don't want to disrespect nobody. I say Cassidy is a good rap artist. He's a phenomenal lyricist, but he's a good rap artist. Could Jim Jones stand next to Cassidy record for record? Maybe. Maybe. You know, especially if you're doing what he did with Dipset, but, you know, really? Solo for solo, he couldn't stand next to Cassidy. Ballin' was hot because the beat and because of Young Dro, for real. Like Cassidy's a good rapper. Young Chris from the Young Guns is a good rapper. Like, Jim not them. Jim not on that level. No, he's just not, in my opinion, like he's a above average rapper. He's a C plus rapper. He's a C plus student. And I think I'm being generous there. He said, I think Jim Jones is currently based on what? Based on what makes him a good rapper? Based on what? What name me some bars off his last album. Name me a Jim Jones song. Based on what? When you was riding to the store, you said throw on Jim Jones. Based on what? He's improved, but what's making him a good rapper? Based on what? Because everybody else, he the tallest midget out there. Can't none of these dudes rap like. Let's keep it real. Based on what? He's a C plus rapper at best. You know, who do you put him in a category in? Like honestly, like what category you go in? He would probably be what, the 4th best Bone Thugs and Harmony member, the 10th best Wu-Tang member. Maybe an argument he may be the 3rd best member of the Locks. Come on, where do you put him at? He not above Boosie. He not above Webby. Where you put him at there? Not above Gucci, not above Jeezy, not above Tip, not above Luda. You put him there with Soulja Boy? Not above Trick Daddy, not above Ross, not above Plies, not above 40, not above DJ Quick. You think you walking? DJ Quick, you're not above that. So where do you put him? Where do you put him at? Just saying. Is he better than Nicki Minaj? I think not. Better than Lil' Kim? I think not. Come on, he ain't even the top 3 female artists of all time. Man, hell no, Jim Jones not on the same level of Gucci. Man, you out your fucking mind, lyrically or illyrically, if that's a word. Hell the fuck no, man. You got me out here, man. Good rap. You couldn't name me a rhyme. Name me a rhyme. See, you could make a case Trey Songz outshine that nigga on Summer in Miami, bruh. Like, come on, y'all making blanket statements. Y'all making blanket statements. Give me what is his equivalent? Who is he equivalent to? I would say he's better than Jim. He's better than Fat Joe. He's better than Fat Joe. But who's on the level of Jim Jones, bro? Like literally, like just overall as an artist. Because in reality, he was the 4th best member on Dipset. Cam, Jewels, Hell Rail, J.R. Ryder was all better than him. Come on, so where do we like? He never went gold, I don't think, with an album, never went platinum. So who is his equivalent? Nobody can give me an answer because you already know what I'm saying is true. Who is his equivalent? What other rapper you put in the same category as Jim Jones? I mean, we can say better than Fat Joe. I'll give you that. Not better than Ja. Not better than Fab. What is he on the same level as Ferg and A$AP Rocky? Maybe. Just trying to think we know he ain't on Biddy single level. Maybe AZ. Maybe him and AZ on the same level. Sugar Hill. You know, maybe him and AZ. Foxy Brown. Lil C's. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Y'all just making, he's good rap based on what? Like, come on, y'all naming one record. You know what make an album? What really make an album? Usually when I listen to an album, my favorite songs off the album are not even the songs that's not the singles. That's how you pretty much know an album is trash. There you go. You're not close to AZ. There we have it. So what level is he on? If your best songs off your album, if most people's best songs is your singles, your album failed. Real talk. Your album failed. I'm just keeping it a bean, dog. Foreign ballin'. This nigga don't want to go raise his grandkids. It's crazy.
Your question, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
You smoke, right?
Yeah.
Were you smoking when you said you better than Nas?
I might have been a little bit. Well, as far as let's get this right. I'm way more influential than Nas, and I don't care what nobody say. I know I made it. I know I made a little boo boo when we talk about the sales and all this type of shit. I don't feel like getting into that rhetoric about
a little boo boo. That nigga was high.
Where I started and where he
Well,
started.
you said that
but
bullshit.
listen, Nas was nice when I was in high school. When I was in 10th grade, Nas came out. Nas was dope. We appreciated him. He had a little bit run. But Nas always came up second to Jay and DMX and all these other people. Like,
Ain't no shame in that. There a lot of folks came up second to Tom Brady.
He never had that type of influence on us, except for his first album. I already told you. I used to want to dress like Nas because he had a lot of fresh clothes that the hustlers used to wear and shit. And we used to see him on TV. He had one of the illest albums of all time. And then in high school when he had the barbecue and shit like that. So I'm a real fan of Nas, but he kind of lost me after the movie Belly and shit like that. Like, I don't.
Man, go ahead on with that, Jim.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm being honest. You ask me. I'm being a fan. I'm telling you, the movie Belly was fire, but after that, he kind of lost me. I think we was way too much into the game. Remember how this goes. You ever heard of a Kofi list?
Yeah.
Yo, go back into your history and find out what happened between us and him. You dig? And I'm not trying to repeat history, but don't play with us when it comes to that, bro. We already went wild on them boys. You heard? We the ones that went wild on them boys. You heard?
Hey, Jim.
Yo, and people out here acting like I said I'm gonna bring the Kofi list back. I just told you I'm a changed man. Stephen Law, key, you dig?
Nah, look, I'm put it to you like this, Jim. Hey, bro, you been at this thing, but lyrically, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
Yeah,
y'all
but look
ain't
how
effing
you
with
dress.
Nas.
Look how you dress. You don't even be in the same places I be in. The
But
things that we listen to
I can be in the church house. You can't F with Nas lyrically. I don't know who told you that. Now look, y'all know you on that good stuff, but you're not seeing Nas.
Bro,
you're not seeing Nas, bro. Let's be real.
You got a bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds in their panties because I said I'm better than Nas.
It don't matter.
Look at you. Look at you.
Nobody from Dipset gonna take you over Nas. Nobody from the Diplomats but you.
I got hold on, Jim. Hold on.
That shirt too tight.
Hold on.
Jimmy. You want to go back to I really mean it? I really mean it started. We could go back to the history, bro.
But you didn't even
do
say that,
bro. Don't do that, bro. That shirt
to
be sticking up for Nas.
I got a question.
Let Nas stick up for itself and meet me in a booth for something if we want to do something historical.
Nas say he don't do that no more. Nas say he don't do that
because he got $100 million. He's a very wealthy man. You heard? He's a very smart business.
And that tells you everything you need to know about Jim. He rapping because he still need the money. He rapping because he still need the money. Oh, you don't look how I dress and you don't be where I be at. Like, nigga, you 50, nigga. This nigga's 50. And you still talking about a Kofi list and you still talking about, oh, look how I dress. Like, nigga, you 50. Nigga, who want to be in the club with 18, 25, 30 years old? I don't want to be in the club with motherfuckers my age. This nigga be 49 next July 15th. Yeah, man, come on, man. I know this dude's crazy, bro. He's the same person that said his mother taught him how to French kiss. This guy is wild. This guy is insane. He's insane, bro. He just saying this for clout. Oh, you don't be where I be at. Like, nigga, I don't want, man, I'm 50 years old. Why do I want to be partying with people that's half my age or younger? Grow the fuck up. Nigga, put a suit on, put a button up on. Hallelujah, Jesus Christ. Like, literally. This is truly insane. We talk about these women who don't want to get old. Like, dog, like this nigga's like 70. Go raise your kids, homie. Go raise your kids. I don't want to be in a club 50 years old. If I'm being in a club 50 years old, guess what? I'm going to be in a club with people my own age. And I promise you that. Alex, salute. Kobe, salute. The guy suing Tyler Perry is a gay character. Oh, see, I didn't know that, so appreciate it. Oh, yeah, I don't even know nothing about the draft. Don't ask me. I don't even know. Ernest, salute. He said shorties for the streets, for the sheets. Yep. Thinking in street facts. He said all this is they do in Iran is gay. I don't want to see no Americans covered up everywhere. That shit ain't gay. Ain't no gay. Yeah, make these motherfuckers cover up. Shit. Make them cover up. Why not? You man, bro, when you look into that construct, bro, you gonna change your fucking mind. You gonna change your mind. Y'all let these niggas condition y'all the way this supposed to be like that, bro. It ain't supposed to be like this. It ain't supposed to be like this, dog. Cover your ass up, nigga. Shit. Nigga, you can have 3 or 4 bitches over there, dude. Man, dog, I'm telling you. We need thoughts every woman knows. No, you don't. You don't need thoughts, nigga. If anything, you need polygamy. You don't need thoughts. Most of y'all can't even get them. Y'all can't even get them without cash. Y'all don't need thoughts. Y'all be thinking y'all be listening to these niggas regurgitate shit. You don't need thoughts. If you pair every woman up, I don't know the ratio, but it's 2 million to whatever. Like, dog, you got 2 or 3 good women. The 2 women, you ain't gonna need a thought. That's a fact. But y'all listen to what these people tell y'all. No, you don't need thoughts, nigga. Fuck you. What you need? What she do other than fuck? What else can she do for you? They all gonna do that. I be trying to say y'all niggas, man. Renard salute Jim Jones over Fat Joe for show. Jim Jones is, man. You think Jim Jones is nice? Shout out to you. He's solid, but I mean, whatever. Jim Jones on the same little. No, he's not. Stop the malarkey. Stop the malarkey. Said all hoes YouTube said Jim Jones supposed to say he powdered in. Yeah, I mean, I guess. But he not. He can say it all he want to, but he not. That was a fucking joke. He may not be a top 100 rapper in New York City history. Like, I mean, is he better than Joe Buttons? Lyrically, he not. We know he not better than Joe lyrically. Jim better than Silk the Soccer. The album sell different. I agree with the album sell different. You want to start something that you know you can't finish. Chief Red Cloud, I'm not sure about Silk. Got some good. Oh man, he can't even beat Silk. He can't even be Ray. Salute. He can't even beat Silk. You want to start something? You know you can't finish. Well, Silk say y'all niggas won't say it to my face. Sure won't. Get you one good woman, man. Shit, yeah, for sure. If that's what you into. That's what you went to, y'all niggas. So we need hoes. No, you don't, dog. As soon as you get burnt, what Fiend say? Burnt twice, same bitch, learned twice. They go no limit bar for you. I done seen it all. Or was I done done it? I think I done seen it all. I done done it all by Fiend. He say, burnt twice, same bitch, learned twice. Y'all don't be talking about that shit when them hoes be burning y'all and the condom break. You be ready to send yourself to the upper room. Yeah, right. The world without 3 or 4. No, it wouldn't be boring, nigga. If you had 3 wives, nigga, you would not get bored. If you had 2 wives, you would not get bored. If you had 4 wives, you will not get bored. A lot of y'all niggas be, we need hoes and this, that, and the third. No, you don't, nigga. You just need to get your money up. Now, I did a video on the Free Game 89 channel. Who really fucking every day of the week? And that's a productive man. That's even a nigga with millions. He not doing that shit. He can do it all the time. Even a nigga with millions, he not clapping cheeks every day of the week. 20 never. When you got bread, you fighting to keep bread. You fighting to make bread. When you really got shit going on, you don't, man. Like when you get to that age, you'll see what I'm saying. You really ain't thinking about if you chasing pussy in your 30s, dog. Like well into your 30s, man. I'm telling you, you ain't going nowhere but the Loserville, bro. You ain't going nowhere to Loserville. Like, bro, I don't even look at, like, oh, you know how much pussy I turned down. Just not even as you know, like, no. Like, it just don't make sense. When you productive, bro, and you know how women operate, it don't make sense. It really don't make sense, bro. So, no, I don't need a hoe. I don't need a thought. It don't make sense. You know, and that's just the fact of it. When you're young, you think it's end all, be all. Okay, live. No way you can. It's hard to be productive and have one bitch. Hold on. It always want to switch the sound. While I'm doing something else. Here we go. It's hard to be productive with one chick And that's a fact. It's hard to be productive with one woman. Oh, we need some hoes. Well, shit. All them bitches do is lie, steal, kill. I don't care nothing about that right now, bro. I don't care nothing about that. Don't come in here talking that. I will temporarily block you, famo. But yeah, we're moving on to shout out to Jim Jones. Nigga ain't even got original name. He stole that from a pastor that killed everybody. All right, what else we ain't talk about yet? 50 Cent and Fat Joe. Okay, here we go. We're gonna speed through these last ones. I gotta redo videos because audio issues and shit. So we got 50 Cent, we got Fat Joe. So 50 Cent did react to it. You know, he only got smoked for, if he would have won that Fat Joe was black. Him not going that Fat Joe just confirmed that Fat Joe ain't black. 50 Cent only attacked black people. He attacked Madonna and then he apologized. So 50 Cent denies Fat Joe tried to assassinate him. 50 Cent denied all this claim that Fat Joe once plotted to assassinate him. Joey Crack former hype man Terrence T.A. Dixon has filed a lawsuit accusing the former boss of coercive labor, exploitation, financial fraud, sexual manipulation, violent intimidation, psychological coercion. Now, he sued him before. He survived and claimed Fat Joe engaged in calculated, premeditated conspiracy to send 50 Cent to the upper room, Curtis Jackson. But 50 Cent was surrounded by Navy SEAL type security. That would be assassins were afraid to make the attempt. Now, if you really go back and you try to go back and piece it together. Remember when they was at the MTV Awards and he said, thanks for the extra securities compliment of G Unit Records. So yeah, I believe what old buddy trying to say. He might be lying, but 50 Cent called Win, the legendary rapper. These are baseless accusations. Claims are not credible. I'm sorry, Joe has to endure the public scrutiny, damage to his reputation. This stick up, he probably is a stick up, but I believe that he put him down. 50 Cent used to walk around with police all the time. I believe that. I believe it. And of course, he's not going to go out of his Puerto Rican brother, and they buried the hatchet. They buried the hatchet, for sure. But if this was, Young Buck, send him to the upper room, or who was Jay-Z, he'd probably be ready to snitch. He do what New York niggas do, snitch. That's all them niggas do. They known for snitching. Butters and snitching. Them niggas from that era, butters and snitching. I don't know when the latest New York snitch have been. Yeah, a lot of them, the new YNs in New York, I don't see them snitching like that. But they known for butters and snitching. Them niggas is that butters and snitching. Now, if it had been Jay-Z put money on his head, that nigga would have took the stand like Henry from Goodfellas. He would have took the stand on Buddy. But, at the end of the day, old boy said that, he seen Joe with an underage girl and he got her a BBL, and they pulled up some rap lyrics where Joe was rapping about being with a chick that was 15 or 16 allegedly. So, I mean, they all be messing with young underage girls. That ain't nothing new. They all be messing with underage women. They see it as pure. They see them as more pure and all that type stuff. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's, Elvis, with some claims about Hugh Hefner, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Each his own. To each his own. To each his fucking own. But I mean, shit, it is what it is. But me personally, he probably did try to do it. He got this disdain for black people, so you can see it through his jealousy. But what else we got left? Oh, we got Tyler Perry. We end off on Tyler Perry. So he got a sue. And I didn't know that the guy that's suing Tyler Perry played the gay role in the show. And Tyler Perry, he got bread. And like I said before, I really don't respect people who sue people but don't file criminal charges. Why they don't file criminal charges? Because they know that the detectives got to get in on it, and they gonna get to the bottom of the truth. So obviously he was hit with a 260 million sexual harassment lawsuit over the Oval actor. Everybody know Hollywood is pay for play. We all know that. Tyler Perry is facing legal backlash to the tune of 260 million from the actor who appeared in his BET drama, The Oval, and is accusing the media mogul of quid pro quo, sexual harassment, sexual battery, retaliation, amongst other counts. My thing is this: like, you a guest on BET, white boy. You shouldn't even be on BET. You a guest. How dare you be a guest on BET and then you come back and suing the brother that gave you an opportunity? And it don't surprise me when we talking about it don't surprise me none when we get here and we talking about Tyler Perry taking white cheeks. It don't surprise me none. It don't surprise me one bit that the guy that he slept with or allegedly slept with or tried to coerce into sleep with him is a brat. It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me that the biggest Keisha of them all, between him and Cam Newton, they two big ninjas, that, he do all these videos, all these movies painting black people in the bad light. The guy that claimed the fame was selling, his tapes out his trunk and putting on a dress. Do it surprise me that he's sleeping with a Brad? No. And we talk about on Free Game 89 and on the Patreon, we talk about all the time how these guys, you know what I'm saying? These guys, these women in our community, they worship Brad. And if you talk to them and you speak to them long enough, you get them comfortable enough, they all date Brad. They all dated Brad. They all slept with Brad. You got to read between the lines. They ain't gonna say they bust that monkey open for Brad. But like the brother BG Moore said, if black men knew how often and how much women slept with white dudes, you wouldn't even want to touch them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it funky. So does it surprise me that the biggest Keisha of them all, literally and figuratively, right there with Cam Newton, he was accused of this by a white guy? No. Y'all thought the Zaddy worship, ended because, soon as the Zaddy worship, you thought the Zaddy worship ended with heterosexual black women or bisexual black women? Absolutely fucking not. It doesn't. Soon as Tyler Perry, I ain't trying to hear that BET bullshit, man. I ain't trying to hear that, dog. They ain't got nothing to do with it, dog. They ain't got nothing to do with it. This pay for play in Hollywood has always been a thing. But black people, they get comfortable in thinking they got this amount of money, that they got the same power, and they got white privilege. No, you don't get white privilege. You don't have white privilege. They think they got the same privileges as white folks because they got money. And Diddy found that out. He found that out. No. They don't have the same privileges. Unfortunately for them. And they think they can do there, but it's a limitation of what they can do. Listen to what Dwayne said on Club Shay Shay. They created stuff and Hollywood took it and held it hostage. And the dude right there on the screen, Harvey Weinstein, you know what I'm saying? Took their script and took their money took their script from them. Took money out their family pockets. So it don't really surprise, none of this really surprised me. He depicts us in a negative light. What uplifting movie Tyler Perry has produced that has inspired young black men or painted black men into a great light? None. So does it surprise you? He has something against the black dudes. And dudes need to throw it on the floor. If a black dude, they be killing me, or black guy robbed me, or black guy touched me when I was a kid, okay? That don't mean that all black men are bad. And then that's what I be just looking at. How we all bad? And I really got a video. I'm gonna ask a question if I remember to do it. Like, what do black men do so bad that y'all hate us that other men don't do? You can't say Brad and Lee don't send people to the upper room because they do. You can't say they don't have infidelity. They do. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget they created child support because of Brad. I just want to know, why do our women hate us so much, but then praise every other group of men? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do we do so bad that they don't do? I mean, I just feel human nature is human nature. Shout out to Henry in the super chat. Henry Brown, he said the show was sponsored by P. Diddy. Take that, Sean. John, bad boy, no white privilege, 28 years later. And I thought I told you that we won't stop. This nigga stupid. Shout out to you, dog. But yeah, like I continue to say, what did we do so bad that everybody other men don't do? That's all I had to really ask. Like Tyler Perry, he clearly got something against the brothers. And we know what I'm telling you, we know what side of the gun line that he stand on, and I'm cool with it. Him, Oprah, it's the Misandrous crew. Gail King, is that her name? We know what side of the Misandrous thing they stand, and it's cool. I honestly don't have an issue with it. Do what you do. But I just really want to know, what do we do so evil and bad that other ethnic groups don't do? I just need to know. I just need to know. None of the, I don't watch his shows or movies too often, but the white man rarely the enemy. And the last one he made the little cop white woman and white man enemy. But it's just like, I mean, I'll just be really thinking about it. But you know, but you think you get a guy that accumulates that power that he has, the studio that he has, and he can change and do so much with his platform, and he don't do it. And I don't think he's allowed to do it. That's how he, but then again, he make a positive movie where people come support it. So I agree with that. Like, you put some food for thought type movie out there where they support it. Henry Brown said, I got the answer, fam. The food is often messing up with our hormones and help television, radio programming messing our minds up. EFL ways they need a Slav class. Unfortunately, a Slav class. Unfortunately, they chose us. And not even just that, bro. It's like it's been going on, bro. Once you go through the history of it, you start looking at the history of Frederick Douglass and his wife and his daughter, how his first wife and daughter did him and drove him to a Becky. When you start looking at out of slavery, our women turned on us out of slavery. And I get it. I get hypergamy, and I get women are gonna go with the men that had a power. I definitely get it. The government had the power. Becky had the power. I get it. I definitely understand it. But it just seemed like we are we are the excuse for why they chose to sell out the community. They're the real sellouts. And I think for the first time, y'all seeing it on YouTube and y'all seeing it on social media. This ain't nothing new. Historically, once you go back, look historically, and you start doing your research, man, like they sold us out a long time ago. And that's the fact that hurt. This ain't nothing new. This mindset doesn't happen in 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. It doesn't. So think about everybody's an ally in their opinion but us. Gay men, they support the LGBT plus community before they support us. They support Becky and Brad before us. They support Uncle Sam before us, the vast majority of them. You got to be 6'5", but they get with a Brad that's 5'5", that's moist. You just be thinking to yourself like, you get Tyler Perry, who got, Oprah have all this power. You know what I'm saying? And all she did was take the black man, help build her platform up, whether it was Tiger was on there, Michael Jordan, and countless others. And all she did was drag black man name in the mud for years. They were sad when Jerry Springer died, but they celebrated when Kevin Samuels died. Jerry Springer wasn't trying to help no black people. And that's what I'm saying. Social media, it exposed a lot, but it's always been there. Once you start historically looking at it, Madam C.J. Walker sold skin bleaching cream. It ain't even the bitch name. That's her husband's name. She sold women's skin bleaching cream. Once you start seeing how they misconstrue Uncle Tom, and he wasn't even an Uncle Tom, he was a real ninja. I got the book around here somewhere. We built communities and towns, and we wasn't good enough. I get it, but I definitely understand it. Women are hypergamous. They want whoever they believe had a power, and I get it. But I just feel like we shouldn't have to be the scapegoat for why they doing. I just feel like when people just own it. That's my opinion. I like when people own their mistakes. You be talking to the most pro-black woman, and she be like, "Oh yeah, I slept with one white guy. Or I've been with." You be like, "Huh?" But I don't understand how cowardly women really are, bro. I'm gonna say that I don't understand it. Own it. We see Cassie is able to be a madam, really be a criminal, and she gets grace, she gets forgiven. She's not gonna face any charges. What backlash will black women receive if they just told the truth? We sold y'all out. We really don't like y'all. We want to go with the. I think everything will be better. I literally think okay, cool. There's no more misconception. I think a lot of brothers, I talk to brothers behind the scenes, and they say their mother is the problem. That's another story for Free Game 89. That's some, regardless, right? I think you could start to heal the process. I'm gonna say that I ain't gonna be on too much long. I think if women really manned up, and I know that's crazy, they want to be men. If they manned up and black women told the truth, I think we'd be a lot better off in the society, bro. Allow black men to choose. They indoctrinate us. Oh, get with a black woman, get with a sister. They indoctrinate that into you. But then they tell the women in our community to go get with white guys. Oh, get you a nice white man. Get you a nice man Chinese. They tell them that. So let's stop the deception, bro. Let's keep it real. We know y'all like criminal. They didn't like the video I did on Free Game 89. When I said do black women, like criminals. Own it. I just wish people will own who they are. I can respect it. Then what we gonna do? Anything that we talk about, these particular women we talk about, they don't get in trouble for. I just wish people own it, bro. I just really do. Just wish they own who they really are. And allow black men to make the decision whether to stick with them or keep it moving. A lot of people, including guys on here, and I'm not saying all this about black women and all black guys, but like give us the choice. But unfortunately, the game plan is this: if I can't get that white guy, if I can't get that guy, Arab guy, that Chinese guy, I can always fall back on the black man. I can always shame him into doing this and shame him into doing that. I just wish they would just come out, the ones that's with okay, this, that, and the third. We get blamed for everything. I remember I was having a conversation. I'm gonna read your super chat in a minute. I was having a conversation on social media with this woman, right? This a while ago. And it came out about the herpes thing. How many women had herpes? And I didn't know herpes was a sign that you can have houses in Virginia. You know what I'm saying? I never knew that. And I researched it, and her whole thing was, and this is why I would never debate with women. It doesn't make any sense, right? I'm gonna tell you why. We talking, right? And she's civil or whatever, and she was like, well, if black men would go to the doctor and all, that's not what we talking about. Y'all have the highest rate by far. We see Brad and they don't go to the doctor like that. Indian men don't go to the doctor. Arab guys ain't really going to the doctor like that. And it ain't no point in speaking facts. We know 80% of women sleep with 20% of guys, and that number is shrinking. It's really a 16 or an 86% split. 84% split. So that number's creeping closer than 10%. Y'all all sleeping with the same guys. You know, they say around half of the black men don't even have kids. So they want to deflect that on us. But y'all sleeping with the same people. Y'all got children with the same men. If half the field don't have children, right? What that tell us? And most of y'all got 3 or more children out of wedlock. Y'all, come on. What's that really saying, bruh? We can't always be the scapegoat for everything that's going on. And even if that was the case, let's say her theory is true, that the biggest discrepancy between HPV and men and women, black men and black women were, it was because of guys. But guess what? The very minority of those cases got that through taking it. Y'all willingly had unprotected sex with guys in most situations because you can get it unprotected, but protected, but that's another story for another day. Y'all willingly open y'all legs up to these guys. I've seen women have sex with guys they met at the gas station and dome them up right at the gas station. We've seen stories of guys knocking women up at bars that they just met. I've seen guys meet girls at the liquor store, buy them a bottle, and they got in the car, didn't know the guy from around the corner and went with them. You know what I'm saying? So when we talking about this, at some point, I just think the fork needs to be thrown. I just think people need to throw it out there. And I think it'll help a lot of brothers consciously and you seeing it on the internet. I think you're seeing a lot of women, and it's not the messenger. Let me say that, and I'm gonna clean these comments so it's not the messenger, in my opinion. It's not. It's the messages. See, the video that a woman put, or delete black babies, or black guys are bullet bag, or I hate black men, I'm a divester, I can't stand black men, they dusty, ashy, nasty. Okay, we got the messenger. The real thing is in the comment section. That's what breaks you. When you go to the comment section and you see all these different women agreeing, I hate black men, I can't stand black men, they terrible, they dusty, they dirty, they nasty, they chop. And you don't know that. Before I get out here and read these comments, what kills me is that you would have a white woman in the comment section, a Latino woman in the comment section, or a non-black woman defending black men. That one chick, Cynthia G, who Tariq Nasheed and them niggas put on, she got kicked off of YouTube because of Becky. It wasn't another black woman. It wasn't a brother that didn't kick her off and stop her. A white woman wrote an article and got her kicked off the internet. A white woman did it. When I look in the comments, it's black women just bashing this guy, bashing us. We ain't shit. We ain't good. We ain't good enough. We ain't all right. Cool. That's the heartbreaking thing about it, is that how much and this is in general for all my non-black guys here. This comments in general, is you see the biggest channels will say they hate men, right? And they be married too. They hate men, and they had the biggest following. They don't get hit with hate speech or nothing. But if you made content about women like that, you wouldn't get far. Tell me that ain't an agenda. It's a nasty workout, but the comment section is what really breaks your heart. And if the if the government made people verify their handles on social media, I'm telling you, dog, I just wish they really owned it. I wish they really owned it and come out and they tell the truth. The women that feel that way, I wish they put a name on it. They tell the truth. But guess what? I agree with Corey Holcomb when he said this. He said, I don't have to know that you cheating on me or you don't care about me. Your attitude tells me that. Your attitude tells me everything I need to know about you. And I love that comment by that brother. The attitude tells, and they hate Corey Holcomb, but he tell the truth. Your attitude towards me tells me everything I need to know. And I hope that the solid black man You make the best decision for you, and I hope it's a bunch of solid black women that make the best decision for them. But everybody else that's outside that solid loop, they deserve each other. And Tyler Perry is part of the problem. Oprah part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of a lot of brothers, man. The ones that found good black women in the diaspora, in America. You know, I'm happy for y'all. And I'm not admonishing the guys that chose to go elsewhere where they were celebrated at. I'm not mad at the guys that chose to just play the field and have fun. But to be honest with you, bro, I wish people really just owned it, bro. I promise you. I wish people really own and just tell. I wish women really would tell guys the truth. I really would. I really want a white guy, or I really don't care for black men. You know what I'm saying? I really wish people own it. I think men own it. I think most men own it. Becky is thick, non-submissive, and giving us money. We call them soft white, smoking on purple by the LB, goose by the fifth, re-up, and first again on the fifth G. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, I just wish people would stop, condemning people for their choices. And while they doing the same, they doing something. I'm like, how can you be mad if you didn't want me and I move on with somebody else? Like, that's what it is. I don't understand. I just, for the love of me, man, I don't understand why people are so cowardly. Especially women, you are not going to get any backlash. He said multiple lies sound expensive. I won't even say expensive. It sounds stressful, nigga. It sounds like cutting your life short. He said, imagine 3 wives who all ride to you in your house real flexible. Well, the thing about, that's true. They work as a team. I mean, it is what it is. Women cut into your cheat, and that's a fact. They cut into your productive time, but they got to be worth it. New York City is suffering through a snitch pandemic. They still snitching. Some of the biggest gangsters in history were snitches. Yup, and 90% of them come from New York. Listen to a song by Karis One called 13 and Good. That's wild. I don't even need to listen to it. If you're a famous black man, you better hide and people gonna come. But you got to understand, you know what you got to do to be in Hollywood. You know what you got to do to be in Hollywood. So I ain't really trying to hear it. But they make us feel guilty about dating white girl. Meanwhile, they effing, and that's a fact. Shout out to that brother BG Itmore, dude. Like, I listened to that video he did, bro, and it made perfect. And I started thinking about it, man. They all have. The vast majority of black women. I remember I talked to this pro-black chick, dog. Like, and she's like, yeah, I dated one white guy I work with, and like they always try to slip shit like that in there. It's like, and this is a pro-black woman. It's like, okay, it's what it is, though. I'm telling you, be fucking surprised. Black Americans are the least misogynist out of all the other, and that's a fact. That's a great point. That's a fact. Black Americans live in the matriarchy. I don't care what nobody say. The black woman runs the black community. These niggas dress to impress the black woman. What do you do when a dude, what's the black man's dream? Is to move his mom out the hood and buy her a house. That ain't Brad's dream. Brad's mama already got a house. Brad might buy his mama an extra extension or buy his dad a nice fast car, Harley or Corvette he wanted. A black man's ultimate dream, you know what I'm saying? He do what he do. It's for the women in his life. Look at Bud. Make sure his mama good, his sister good, all them good. That's a black man. Nobody talk about it. That's a black man's ultimate dream, bro. Did you hear when Stephen A. Smith talk about when he walked down to the YMCA when he signed his first big deal with ESPN? He said he went to the YMCA and told his mother, "You can quit this job." Walked in there and walked her out and let her know she can quit this job. That's a black man's dream. They don't talk about that. Any black man that go to school, go be successful, whether they're street pharmacists or they going to do it the right, their ultimate dream is to get their mother and buy their mother a house. Tell me I'm wrong. That's every black man's dream, bro. That's damn near every black man's dream. Is to get your mama out. David Banner said, the best thing he did was he freed his grandmother. He gave her, a house before she passed. Shannon Sharp. He said his grandmother said she just wanted a house that the roof didn't leak. He put his grandmother up before she. That's Nick. That's the proudest thing, man. That's the proudest thing that black men be doing, man. That's what we take pride in. That's every black man's dream, to walk in and tell your mother, oh, she ain't got to work no more. Well, I bought you this house. Big Sean bought his mama house. She gutted the whole house. He rebuilt it, the whole house on the inside for her. That's what it is. But we painted it as, by our women, we painted as these animals. And what's so funny is when a lot of these other ethnic groups get with black dudes, you can find the videos all over. They say they've never been treated like that because we live in a matriarchy. They put the woman before God in the black community. And tell me I'm wrong. You had them niggas going around talking about the black woman is God. Remember that shit? They came from black men. They hate their fathers for making them black. And that's crazy. Man, I'm telling you, play against in the free game 89. We got the Brad worship going on there. I think Tyler Perry hurt by black women once he seen the black man. He cashed in on the backlash. He gonna double up with another straw type movie. He know exactly what he doing. Maybe they sent the white man to him to take him down. Yeah, he knew he couldn't avoid them white cheeks. Social media exposed about, and it did. And I think a lot of brothers woke up to that shit, bro. And then you have brothers, doing research and all that type of stuff. And like I said before, my thing is this, man. I prefer to be with a black woman. That's all I've been with. But at the end of the day, really, you date the person. If the person is down for you, they down for you. You dating the person. He said Jasmine Crockett said she ruled for Mexico and Canada over her own country as sellout. Yeah, she's a tether too, though. She a tether. She ain't no black American. She ain't FBA. She's a tether. That's a fact. She's a tether. On Tyler Perry's first film, Diary Mad Black Woman, Tyler's wife on the movie was a drug addict. He kicked out the house. She was sleeping on the street, and then she went to rehab, and they got divorced. And I don't remember that one. That one, Tyler's wife. Oh yeah. That might have been a spinoff of the House of Pain too. That kind of seemed like that's what happened with Janine on the House of Pain. Yeah, I forgot that. Damn, I forgot that about that movie, dog. That was like a little side note in that movie. Dude, that's a great point. He said his wife was she kicked her out the house and then she was sleeping on the street and she went to rehab and they got divorced. And that's crazy. He helped her and she left him. That's a fact. What Corey Holcomb say? He said the worst thing you can do is to pick a bitch up from the bus stop and help her out. She's gonna destroy your life. And I was like, man, he ain't lying about that. Most black women are jealous of successful black men. They raise their sons to hate black men too. That's crazy. I had a homie, and I'm gonna keep his name anonymous. He said that when he got his PhD or his doctorate, he said his mother was jealous of him. And you won't believe it, bro. They be hating on their own kids. I seen it, bro. They be jealous of their own kids. This shit is crazy, bro. He said they would really go online and tweet, I hate ninjas with a passion, get 1,000 likes. Now, if we did it, we would be a major problem. No, we would be ostracized from the internet. We would lose our job and everything. And that's a fact. They celebrate with Kevin Samuels. They was happy about the man dying. Women hateful. Yep. I know people in life that was he died. They seen clips. They didn't even see it in context. He was trying to help black women and had helped black women. And he was even harder on the men. That's what I ain't like the way he talked to us. Like, bro, like he died helping them. That's crazy. I read the article said white men brag on how easy it is to see the black women on social media dating up. Yeah, facts. It was an Asian guy saying the same thing. It's a brother on YouTube, man. I'm gonna pull his channel up. He does these videos. I think his channel is More Than Life. He does these videos. I swear to God. He does these videos where black women go over to like different countries and they try to sleep with and they try to be with More to Life. Is More to Life. I'll put it on the screen. And they try to get with they go to like to Thailand and they go to like China or Japan and they don't get no play. All the Chinese and Asian dudes, they just try to sleep with him, and that's it. He does videos on that. He's a self-proclaimed passport bro, but he's from New York. He got a really good channel. I got to give it to him. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Man, I could take it a step further talking about that, but I'm not even going to talk about what they do when Brad be a passport bros and go to Africa and go to Thailand, what they do, I'm telling you, dog, it's crazy, bro. I can never let a woman the same after what's been exposed on social media. And then you got to understand this: when you go out here and you meet them, it's they chameleon like. They chameleon like. When you go out there and meet them, they chameleons. You know, they chameleons. You would think they really love and care for you as a brother and all that stuff, but these the same women online spewing hatred. It ain't even like constructive criticism. It's pure hatred, bro. And most guys don't even know, like, you don't even have a chance. You thinking like it's you, but they really misandrous. You don't even have a chance. So you gotta even watch out sleeping with certain women out here as well too. Remember, I played the audio to the clip where the brother was saying he went on a date with a woman, took her to a expensive steakhouse. He told him that she had the houses in Virginia. And said if you was mean to me, I was gonna give it to you. Dog, I would have called the police and reported old girl. Miles. So you gotta understand, some women walking around with so much. You gotta understand, they don't really get no real prison time. So if she gave it to you, they probably gonna give her a slap on the wrist. So you gotta think of us women around here that's going around, and just in general, who are misandrous, who hate men, looking to destroy you. You be like, damn, you know, why didn't the wedding work? Why didn't the marriage work? Or why didn't the relationship work? She came in with ill intentions. Yep, Janine was a crackhead too in that show. She came in with ill intentions. You be thinking like you could be dating women, and you be thinking like, and that's why I stopped thinking like this when the shit go left. Like it was my fault. Like, no, it wasn't my fault. You know, when you start seeing the reasons why women leave, or they get bored, or it's an ex, or they see somebody better, cool. I agree with Kevin Gay. I'm not about to fight to keep you. You made your decision. Like, it's nothing I really can do. A lot of people be thinking it's you. Oh, you know, she said I sexually wasn't up to par. Like, bro, if you knew she went to Jamaica and got the car wash train ran on her, you know, she done fucked 10 niggas at once at Biker Week down in Myrtle. You don't stand a chance, bro. You don't stand a chance. like, nigga, you don't stand a chance. You can come in that bitch with a Louisville Slugger, she ain't gonna feel nothing. She's gone. That's all I had to say, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video, man. Hit the link in the description, join the Patreon, man. Join, you know, us on Facebook, Instagram, X, the Free Game 89 channel. It's the link tree that looks just like this. It's the first link in the description. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Shout out to Henry for donating, and shout out to everybody else who showed love. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel.